So here we are at the PMA Wine Brokers, where we're going to meet Todd McDonald, who's their wine buyer for all of Canada. Todd's going to pair up the wines for the dinner. I can't wait, so come with me.
I deal with about 85 different wineries. I don't want to be limited to what a liquor board tells me they want in their stores, so I bring in a lot of wines, sometimes only seasonally, sometimes only once.
I just want to welcome everybody. This is our fifth year of doing a winemaker's dinner. I love doing this because it challenges me and challenges the guys in the back. And I'll be out to explain each meal as we go through it. We're just going to start off with a little amuse. And today it's going to be an oyster. We've cornmeal crusted it. And then just with a little bit of spicy tomato sauce so that just kind of gets the taste buds going and it'll go really well with the champagne.
Tonight is about what I can do to match so we can enhance the flavors of not only just the food but also the wine. Everyone has their own palate. Some people like one food that I would never eat, but they swear by it, and that's fine. That's your palate. Same goes with wine. You know, the way you describe it is not enough on a piece of paper. We have to sit down and talk about what spices are in it so that you can pick the right wine, starting even with your first dish being a pumpkin soup.
I want it to be like a bite of your mom's pumpkin pie. You know, that's exactly the flavors in that I'm going for.
I want to enhance the spice in the soup, but also have something to cut the richness of the cream. So you need acidity, but you need a little spice in the wine. So you swirl the glass, you stick your nose right into the glass and inhale. Back off it a bit, swirl again, and inhale. Torrontés is very aromatic. It jumps out of the glass, has almost a grapefruit flavor that's coming out. But it's in the taste that spiciness is going to affect with the pumpkin soup.
Round number 2 is a beet carpaccio salad, which is really thinly sliced golden beets with a medley of sprouts. And then we did some actual real sweet red beets and did it in a sage vinaigrette. So it'll be really interesting, and I know Todd doesn't have a wine to pair up with this. You know, I tried, but it didn't work.
Anytime you put any acid, vinegars or balsamic with a course, wine won't go with it because the acid reacts opposite for the wine. So it's actually going to throw off the flavor of the wine and essentially throw off the flavor of the food. So what we try and do is just sort of give people a little break in the matter. They can finish off their first glass, have a little water, and be ready for the heavier meals.
Okay, course number 3 is one of my favorites. My friend Mr. Ron Cottle here got us some halibut cheeks. We've poached them in some olive oil and white wine with a little bit of fresh bay leaves, garlic, and just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now it's not going to be overpowering with the garlic because it's been poached. And then we're going to serve it over this great yellow zucchini tart. And the yellow zucchini tart has some sauteed leeks with fresh Parmigiana and then just a little bit of dill in it, just to bring some more flavor out. And it will pair up, again, really well with the wine, go figure.
Halibut's a very mild fish, but when you're adding all the different things that the chef added, you need a more complicated wine. This one has 12 to 18 months in a barrel. This one has good length, but it's going to enhance all the flavors of the halibut, at least I hope so. If it doesn't, again, we're going to blame the chef. But I hope you enjoy this. Cheers.
So the next course I'm really excited about. It's a grass-finished beef ribeye. We have the butcher sitting at this table over here. It's Al and Kathy Taylor from Owen Sound. A lot of people now say that the ribeye, because it has a little more fat, it has a lot more flavor.
This is the inside piece of the prime rib, so it's protected by a fair amount of bone. It's a large piece that has a little bit more fat on the outside of it. You will see there is marbling. Marbling comes from generally from the breed, but also how long the animal has been fed. This being from the grass finished, there's minimal marbling in it, but the flavor is still there because there's enough. The genetics have brought that through. The grass finished has brought that through.
We're going to be serving with a mushroom and barley, almost like a mushroom barley risotto. and just put that over top. We're going to cut it into small little 3 pieces and serve it. It's course number 4 on 7 courses. But
Am I invited?
yes, you are. This beef is absolutely incredible. It just melts in your mouth. We're going to be serving it with a mushroom and barley compote with a sun-dried tomato cream sauce. And the wine, when I tasted this wine, the Andrade, we tried another one just before this one. And once you drank this one, it was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
This wine is a Primitivo Zinfandel. Now, Primitivo was discovered, and the Americans will never admit to this, but Primitivo was discovered to be the original Zinfandel. Zinfandel was never that pink, sweeter stuff. It was marketed that way to get people to taste wine and drink wine because our palates change the more we have it. With the steak, we want to bring out something that's really just going to enhance every flavor to it. This particular wine should bring out a little more pepperiness out of the steak. And I really want you to come out of this evening deciding what you like. Because a true connoisseur is someone who can decide what they like in a wine, not what someone tells them they should like.
Well, I'm glad to see everybody's having a good time. The next course has another cheese actually from Al's store. It's going to be a triple cream brie, and it's served with a barley and almond pancake, and then we're going to go into a caramelized onion and cheddar cheese. Then we're serving it with 2 different honeys. One from Tasmania, one from Walters Falls up in Owen Sound.
Because we had all these nice dairy cheeses that are more creamier style, it's the perfect opportunity for me to bring in a Bordeaux. Cheeses are very particular when matching wine. You can't just pick any wine with any cheese. What you're touching is the whole realm of what your tongue tastes.
Exactly.
You smell and taste the flavor with your nose, but your mouth only tastes salt, sweet, sour, and bitter. And you're picking up a lot of that with all the different cheeses you chose. Each one has one of those textures. You get the salty cheddar, the sweet caramel onion, get a little of the honey. It's all going to react with the wine, but mostly it will enhance the flavor of the cheeses.
Enjoy this, because I'm going to start drinking now. Cheers. Okay, so it's the last course. Now, I have nothing to do with this course at all. It's a chocolate tortellini stuffed with raspberry, done in this chocolate sauce. It is absolutely to die for.
Hearing just a few of the ingredients for the dessert, I decided to go with a little rum cream from Jamaica. And we blended it with Dutch cream, which will react with chocolate very well. At this point, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Cheers. Cheers.
And when you're doing dinners like this, you know, being the chef and that, you tend to not eat any of the courses because you're just trying to get them out and make sure everything's perfect. And it's eye-opening for me just to, you know, again, when you write the menu and you're thinking what I want to come across, and then you're pairing up some absolute great wines here, I know our visitors are going to be absolutely blown away. Here's to great eating. Cheers.